Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Just want to give a little golf course update here. It is currently 5:23. We're just on our way into the course right now. And this is how it's been the last couple weeks here between the grass growing just crazy, aeration, and coaching golf here. I have been, well, the normal, going in early, the normal time, and I've been working till dark here every single night for about the last week and a half to 2 weeks. So because of coaching, I'll come back after practice and then work till dark to get caught up in mowing. But it's September 19th today. Guys, I've never seen grass grow this fast in fall before, because we're still getting 85 degree days right now in northern Wisconsin, and 60 degree at minimum 60 degree nights. So this grass is growing nonstop because it's trying to get nutrients before the dormant season, before winter, essentially. So we're just trying to get through this season right now, and I can't keep up. I really can't keep up. So let's show you some of this aeration first and explain what I did and what I'm gonna have to do, because of course there was an equipment breakdown when that happened. We are working in the dark here because we've got some rain coming, and can't even get the screen to focus. It's sort of foggy out. It's supposed to rain. Grass here is growing like crazy. I do have to change cups today as well. I did mow greens, so when I go out and roll here, I'll explain what happened to aeration. That was just a disaster. We are going to have some sand left over, so I do want to take some of that sand to some of these other bunkers here and get them looking nice, like I did with a few of these. I put a ton of sand in the bunkers here and really made some of them look nice here so far, which was great and much needed, because the previous owner, he put in frac sand. And if any of you know what frac sand is, it's really fine sand and it doesn't drain worth a damn. So instead of using just normal screen masonry sand, he used frac sand, which pretty much it destroyed these bunkers. It made them so bad, and here's an example here. It made them so bad that the sand just compacts, and one could think you could get in here with a rototiller or something, and I tried that with a few bunkers. It just didn't work. It went right into compaction again. So it was really nice for about 2 weeks after I fluffed some of this stuff up, but then after that 2 weeks, it went right back into compaction. So using the correct sand here is really integral for bunker health and top dressing health. Anything like that, you need to use the correct sand. I did deep time aeration this year, so every other year on my greens, because these are just push-up greens here, and they were built in the 70s and 80s. They weren't built to USDA spec, so this means they're push-up greens. And when I first bought this golf course 5 years ago, these greens, they were awful. If you want my honest opinion, they were completely awful. So year 1 and year 2, I pulled the course. That was a lot. Needed to be coaching, and I didn't have any time. I was doing it in the middle of the week. So year 3, and what I think I'm going to do is do every other. But year 3, I contacted one of my buddies who has a deep tine aerator. So they go down about 12 inches with solid tines, and then I just go over with sand. But you're probably wondering why there's no sand on this one. Well, I'll get to that later. So that really seemed to help the structure and the integrity and the playability of the greens by filling these 12-inch solid tine holes with sand. You're changing the structure of the green essentially, and that really seemed to help after year 3. And last year I just did normal solid tine aeration going down about 4 inches, and that seemed to work, but really it didn't, every other year if I want to do that, that's totally okay. But that's fine. That's fine. Every other year I do solid tine, 12 inches deep tine, and then every other year I'll do just regular aeration on it. I'm not going to pull cores anymore because I just don't have the time and manpower, and that's totally fine. I do pull cores on the fairway. That does seem to work really good because I have, I live in an area where sandy soil is prevalent. Now some of these fields have clay structure because it's a farm, but for the most part you're going to get a lot of sand here, so it is good to thin it out a little bit and get some good drainage going on. It's really good to do that anyway. And fringes I do have to do as well, but anyway, greens. So the first real issue that I had, I was going to do this next week actually, aeration on a Monday and a Tuesday, but then the guy who does it, my buddy, called and said, well, I can only do it the 15th, which was this last Monday, because of the fact that he doesn't look that he can get prior commitments, and he didn't realize it. So I'm like, okay, whatever, that's fine. Well, Monday actually turned out to be a super busy day, giving like a 2-day notice. So essentially here, I had to get everybody who played on Monday free gloves because they had to work around us. So I lost out of there, and I had to pay them too. So I mean, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. Thought, okay, well, that's kind of a drawback as well, because you're relying on somebody else's time instead of your own. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So I got done with 3 holes here, and I move on. Well, I'm almost done with 3 holes. I should say that 3rd hole is pretty much done, but I'm almost done. And my treadmill belt on my sander broke, like it completely disintegrated. So my sander, granted it's old, it's like 1992 or something, is the thermometer, but my sander broke. So now I left with 7 greens. I did 3 out of the 10. It's cracked. So I'm left with 7 greens that are not sanded, not turquoise. So I'm like, shit, what am I gonna do? I don't have any time. I contacted my buddy at the other golf course here in town, at one of the other ones. So I'm like, hey, I need to borrow your top dresser. Is that okay? And he said, yeah. So now this weekend I have to go over and pick it up because I don't have any time this week. It's Friday today. I don't have any time this week. So I need to find a time this weekend, A, when it's not raining, B, when I have time to actually go pick the top dresser up. So that's kind of an issue right there. So essentially here, the problem is now, after a week of, it's going to be at least a week, because I'm probably going to go with top dress based on things. Based on that, these holes are really starting to blow in. They're starting to bridge over. So I need to act as fast as I can to get the sand on the greens so they can go in and fill in the holes. Otherwise, this process of deep tine aeration was all for naught. So have to act fast, and that was the problem. So I was pissed off about that, and it was just a mess. It's just a mess. I'm not super happy. But I was able to mow these greens last night talk about a series of unfortunate events here with aeration. I don't have any time. I've been working from sun up to sundown just to try to keep up with the mowing here, and I can't even keep up with that. I just never experienced a fall where grass has been growing like that. And to pair it all together, we're down to 1-0 turn because my John Deere 5055E and my Bethco are down right now because my John Deere 5055E has a sensor or something wrong with it. I haven't had any time to look at it. So I'm waiting until the mechanic comes on Wednesday to look at it because, again, I just don't have any time. So hopefully next week goes better. We got another couple weeks. Well, I don't know, about a week until October, and then I can kind of cut myself some slack on mowing and everything like that. We've already hit fall rates, so I'm not super keen on keeping up with everything, but it's still September, and you still need to do the best that you are able to in order to keep up with this. You can see some of these dark spots on the greens where it's scalping each other, but I'll be completely honest with you, I'm not too worried about that. Really, I'm not too worried about that at all, because give it a couple weeks here with how this grass is growing, that'll just bridge right over and grow right in. I have no worries about that, and it is what it is. So these greens really by next spring should be excellent again. This aeration and top dressing is going to help some of these scalp spots that I did when I made my greens bigger. Like right there, that'll help that grow in here. By next spring, it really should be grown in. And these greens should be looking really good, but not an ideal start to the week, and really not an ideal end to the week, because I think it's supposed to rain today. So I don't think I'm going to have time to get everything I need to get done today. So we're just going to continue to battle on. This is like, when you're pretty much a one-man crew. I have my main guy come in during the week, a couple nights after school when he can, because he's a school teacher, and then I have my old boss come in when he can, and that helps out a lot. But when you're a 95% one-man crew or 90% one-man crew in the shoulder season, it makes it damn near impossible on a year like this to keep up with the mowing. And I'm not able to do any of my fall projects or overseeing or anything like that done that I want to get done because I don't have any time. And on the weekends I can't do things because it's so busy. So, which is a good thing. That's, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is when you need to make your money. But it's just making it very hard on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, especially when 2 out of 4 of those days I'm gone for coaching. Really, and I got practice after school. So my hours are limited. It gets dark so early now. Like, I got to be done before 7:30 because it's just so dark. And it really makes it difficult to get things done on time when you're dealing with limited hours. And we're just on our way back. It's 7:53. Yeah. It was a long day at the golf course. I ended up mowing some more roughs. Yeah. Long days on the golf course. So, with that being said, I'm passing the Domino's guy here. Ooh! Get some Domino's up in here. That'd be a good workplace treat. But anyway, here I'm happy with the golf course, happy how it is progressing here, happy with how the grass is growing. Hopefully tomorrow it's not raining, so I can go and pick up a top dresser here, and then I can proceed to finish top dressing the rest of my greens. And yeah, that's about it. So with that being said, guys, thanks for watching the golf course update. A little update to update y'all and let you know how the season is going. We got some some rain. Speaking of rain right there. Woo! Holy! This is not the best car to be driving around in the rain.